Well, hello, hello. Good morning. How are you?
Hi, Paul.
Hi. Well, we are so happy to have you on with us to talk about this one because it is so much fun and and it's such a crazy thing. And sometimes it's great for us to watch, but sometimes when this kind of thing, when you can make something like this, you just have to do it, right?
Oh yeah, this was summer camp. This was fun and weird and a really fun mix of people hanging out. So yeah, this was a left turn for a lot of us, but a fun turn.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's funny is we grow up thinking, oh, it'd be so great to be in a movie or TV show, and then you get on set and you go, oh, well, maybe this isn't so fun. But this one actually looked like it was a whole lot of fun. Do you have some really good memories from the set?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, like some of the getting to watch the special effects in action was crazy. Our special effects team was very talented at what they do, and it was. I mean, when I read the script, it was like that's a tall order for reading the way that some of these people die, and I'm like, well, how are you going to do that? And watching all of those things happen were really funny. And Hilarie said it perfectly. It really did feel like summer camp. We were in upstate New York. We were in the Hudson Valley. We were having such a wonderful time, and it was it was a rapid fire shoot too. It was a condensed shoot right before the strike started, and from the cast to the crew, everyone. I still, Hilarie, I saw Reed last night. Like, I mean, I just, everyone, I think what I love about doing independent films is the people who are there really want to be there.
Hmm.
It's because they're dedicated to telling this story, and you could really feel that from everyone involved.
Yeah. And Hillary, did you have some great memories from the set as well?
Oh yeah, I mean, I live here, right?
Yeah.
And so that added a different layer. That's the first time I've had to deal with that really. And so not a spoiler, but the beginning of the film, my husband is walking around with a butcher knife, trying to slaughter people. And my son has grown up on sets. Both of my kids have grown up on sets, but this was the first night that my son got to stay over and do a whole night shoot with his dad and like not go to bed. So that kind of weird slumber party where your dad's covered in blood and, like you're just hanging out with a bunch of grown-ups how old was Gus? 12 when we did this. That was cool for him. But then also it gets picked up by all our local media and all
Hmm.
the moms at school are like, we heard your husband was murdering someone over by the Crazy Bowls in Kingston. Yeah, he was. You'll see it on the big screen. Enjoy.
Oh, that's so much fun. Well, and that's the thing. Like people will, have looked with what you do. People look up to you and they go, "See, this is what I want to do." But it's so much harder than you can imagine. And of course, you know. But what kind of advice would each of you give to somebody that wants to follow in your footsteps?
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say kindness
Yeah.
is the number one thing because we have worked with, at this point, I started when I was 18. You work with
Hmm.
so many people, and the people that you want to work with over and over again are the ones who are lovely. And we were so lucky that on this cast, we had the loveliest bunch of people. And we had like Reed, who you mentioned, brand new baby, had never been on a set before, and just was so happy to be there. And so the kinder you are and the more outgoing you are with people who are already doing it, the more they're going to want to keep you around.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think yeah, that really is like the like pay it forward attitude. And aside from that, I think like you I mean, I think just advice to like young filmmakers in general is you can do a lot more than you think with an iPhone and some good
Hmm.
lighting. Uh, and sound is the most important part. um, uh,
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
yeah,
so my co-host Drew Pearson is one of our great Dallas Cowboys. He caught the Hail Mary, went in the Hall of Fame, and so proud of him.
Cool.
But we'd love to ask people their Hail Mary moment, which is that moment in your life or career you just had to go for it and it worked out for you. What do you suppose that was for each of you?
oh, wow.
Do you
Hail,
Yeah.
know
Hail
yours?
Mary moment.
I mean, mine happened when I was 18. I had moved to New York I had an agent, but I was going to go to school in New York so I could audition for things. Um, and 2 weeks after moving there, TRL asked me to come up and do a contest, and I
Hmm.
won. And then I was such a bitch in my answers that they're like, this little girl's spicy. Let's give her a job. And they made me a VJ. So that worked out.
Oh,
Like,
wow, that's amazing.
yeah,
That's a pretty great one. How
yeah,
about
it
for you?
worked out all right.
Yeah, I mean, I felt a Hail Mary moment when I got the call that I got the role of Deb Morgan at the Eras Tour. That was, I know
Yeah.
it was a crazy, insane thing, but honestly, I think that this industry is not about, at least for me, it hasn't been about Hail Mary moments. It's been about third downs. And
Oh,
it's been about converting on the fourth. It's
There you go.
it's really been more of a we gotta really like get all those yards.
Yeah, that's so cool. And then of course, you end up on sets like these, which make it kind of all worth it, right? And I think that not only the great memories from the set, but what people will get out of it. And so you got to be excited to unleash that. People actually get to see this one in theaters, which is pretty cool, right? And it's important to support a film like this in theaters, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that like indie filmmaking is we need more of it in this world. I think when people start to realize how much more art you can make for less money, you don't need $100 million to make a good movie.
Hmm.
It obviously money helps, but at a certain point, it's like we don't. The more like heart and soul that is poured into a film, I think the better product. And I think that you can tell that the people who worked on this film really loved what they were doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, after this, I can't wait to see what both of you have coming up next. What are we gonna see you in or hear from you next?
oh, Molly's got big. I mean, you're having the biggest month ever, babe.
I'm having a pretty
Yeah,
big month. You can you can catch Dexter Original Sin on Paramount Plus with Showtime.
yeah, that's so cool. I love that.
Yeah. I do the exact opposite. I mean, I feel like covering horrible things, whether it's fictional or true life, is my job at this point. And so I do a documentary series called It Couldn't Happen Here for Sundance, where we go to small towns and we cover horrible things that happen in small towns that no one's paying attention to. And so this film, we've had people ask, oh, is it set in an outlandish fictional world? I'm like, no, this shit happens every day.
Yeah.
Pay attention. So
Yeah. Oh my
just
goodness. Well,
shining a
well,
light on the crazy.
yeah. Well, we're so excited for everyone to see this. It's so much fun, and appreciate you guys making it and taking the time today and the great answers. And we'll look forward to talking to both of you again soon.
Thank you,
Thank
Colin.
you.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll see you soon.